So apparently there's a potential collaboration between Pacific Rim and Godzilla in monsterverse. In the new comic of Godzilla x Kong the Hunted, there's a giant kaiju fighting robot that seems to fit in the universe of Pacific Rim. Previously we had Mechagodzilla, who is also a man-made robot, but this version seems to take a heavy inspiration from Pacific Rim's kaiju fighters. This seems to confirm the existence of a kaiju-battling robot in the monsterverse and could potentially greenlight the possibilities of a crossover between Pacific Rim and the Godzilla universe. But first, let's see what the new comic is all about. So, Godzilla x Kong the Hunted is a recently released comic that ties in the movie, serving as an official direct prequel to the film. This comic ended with a battle between Godzilla and Scala, and what the prediction says is that the film won't explain the backstory of the fight. Instead, the movie will straight up showcasing a battle of these two. It plunges viewers right into the action as a direct continuation from the comic's ending. This comic acts as a narrative bridge, thus now is a fantastic time to read the comic if you're interested in learning about the events that led up to the movie. The comic opens into the depths of the Hollow Earth, where Kong has taken residence. He encounters an unexpected guest, a colossal cat-like creature known as the Spine Prowler. Kong's lightning-quick reflexes emerged as he retaliates, slamming and hurling the gigantic cat until it runs away. Suddenly there's an electric missile attack which made the Spine Prowler paralyzed, and the one who attacked it was Raymond Martin, the head of the contractor company called RM Construction, which apparently collaborated with Monarch in building their outpost. Thanks to their collaboration, Monarch's funding has granted Raymond Martin an access to launch his illegal hunt for the Titan. The financial backing from Monarch also enabled the construction of a colossal robot on a remote island designed for hunting purposes. This robot seems to be taller than Kong. It seems that Monsterverse has adopted the concept of human-controlled robots, similar to the Jaegers in the Pacific Rim film. There's a pilot who enters the body of this robot, but unlike Pacific Rim's robot, this one has only one pilot, namely Martin himself. This proves that an insertion of a kaiju fighting robot into the monsterverse is not impossible. The design of the Titan Hunter bears a striking resemblance to the Jaegers from Pacific Rim, featuring a fusion of advanced technology and formidable weaponry. The head, though, doesn't really look like the Jaegers. It resembles a crab's claws applied to the robot's head. What makes it more intriguing is its energy source, a nuclear reactor that is reminiscent of the legendary Gypsy Danger from the Pacific Rim universe. The cat that was paralyzed was used as an experimental creature to test the toughness of this robot. Surprisingly, this robot is very fast and agile. Here we can see it kicking the Spine Prowler, and it looks like its legs can kick very high. And of course, the outcome is not so great for the poor cat. The robot was so agile and strong that it slams the big cat to death. Right after this, there's a flashback that dives into Martin's past. It turns out that he was one of the victims of a terrible battle between Godzilla and Muto in San Francisco back in 2014. Because of the incident, he lost his family and he was the only survivor. The loss of his loved ones fueled an intense hatred for the Titans. Martin hates the Titans so much that he starts dedicating his life to hunt these colossal creatures and sold them as a trophy for collectors all over the world. Then we shift to Kong, casually enjoying the views of the Hollow Earth. He hears a roar from a caves, and there he sees a mural of several titans who have fought each other, and one of them is a mural of Godzilla fighting Shimo. This mural is exactly like the mural Easter egg from Call of Duty. Kong's reaction suggests that the event will happen again. Meanwhile, Martin with his troops and the Titan Hunter robot makes a grand entrance into the Hollow Earth. With the presence of this robot, Martin becomes indiscriminate in conquering a Titan. Here you can see a warbat resting in a lake. Titan Hunter immediately grabbed its tail, and once this robot's hand grabbed the warbat's neck, the warbat immediately died. It's not just the warbat. A Skur Buffalo, which in fact is a friendly creature in Hollow Earth, was also killed by the Titan Hunter. Skur Buffalo's death was apparently felt by Kong, who was relaxing while eating a Hollow Earth snake. Kong then immediately rushed over. Meanwhile, the Titan Hunter found two Spine Prowler cubs. When the robot was about to attack them, the mother came straight away, overthrew the Titan Hunter. However, the robot was too agile for the cat, and the giant cat died when the Titan Hunter used its horns to stab it in the chest. When the robot was about to catch the spine prowler cubs, Kong came in to protect them, and then a battle eventually ensued. The confrontation unfolds with Kong initially struggling against the Titan Hunter, enduring a powerful slams. Then things turned around when Kong decided to go on a full WWE move. He smacked the Titan Hunter down to the edge of the cliff and finally dropped it until it was destroyed. Martin, who was still alive at that time, was then killed by the two spine prowler cubs. Moving on to another turn of events, it appears that Scylla's journey to the Rome area was triggered by the scent of a nuclear radiation emanating from a nuclear power plant. Godzilla had sensed this before Scylla even reached Rome, prompting Godzilla to actively follow her. Scylla then reached her destination ahead of Godzilla, wreaking havoc by destroying power plants in multiple locations. Then Godzilla arrived, roaring and running towards Scylla. Unfortunately, the battle ends here, and we are urged to watch the film to see the continuation of this battle. So I'm pretty sure that the opening for the movie will start off with a battle between Godzilla and Scylla. The comic story leaves us wondering if there are more kaiju fighting robots. The Titan Hunter and Martin's death suggest that they won't be making an appearance in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. This comic hints at the possibility of multiple kaiju fighting robots, opening the door for a variety of mechanical giants in the future films. This has sparked excitement among film enthusiasts, speculating that it might be the start of an experiment to introduce Pacific Rim's robot into the Godzilla universe. It's not impossible, as both Monsterverse and the Pacific Rim are under the umbrella of the same film studio, Legendary Pictures. It's fascinating to think about how the Monsterverse could bring elements from Pacific Rim, creating a cool blend for fans of both franchises. However, this theory is filled with uncertainty. There are concerns among fans because the Pacific Rim franchise is not really at its peak anymore, and of course the second movie, Uprising, seems to have received an unfavorable reception due to its weak storyline and low ratings, while the first Pacific Rim is a masterpiece and it was the best sci-fi movie at its time. One can only hope that if such collaboration does happen, the essence of the first Pacific Rim will be preserved. But what are your thoughts on this potential crossover? Do you think a collaboration between these two big movie franchises could work? Drop your comments below and let's keep the discussion going. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, or even consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. This is Rojo Media signing off.